In the midst of the current climate crisis in Peru, the houses in the historic center of Lima, considered a World Cultural Heritage Site, are at risk of collapse. To avoid such fate, experts say it is essential that the different levels of government work together to mitigate possible damage from heavy rains and even an earthquake.
The imminent arrival in Peru of El Niño weather pattern has set off alarms in the country and also in the historic center of Lima, where a possible earthquake or heavy rains could affect the nearly 170,000 residents and would cause the collapse of the 1,292 buildings of monumental value, which, according to UNESCO, are part of the cultural heritage of humanity since 1991.
Truth is that here we live in a state of anxiety. We don't know when the world will fall down. Not only here, but in all the neighborhoods in high areas. People have the same problem. If there is an earthquake or some other phenomenon, lots of people will die.
According to Lima, a Lima municipality program for the preservation of these buildings, the historic center has been neglected for many years, although efforts are being made in the face of the rains and the lack of seismic activity for more than 30 years, which makes an earthquake more likely to occur in Peru.
As part of ProLima, as part of the municipality, we have tried to secure common areas. We already have drawn an action plan that could be implemented immediately, which would protect some of the roofs that we have identified as dangerous, while continuing emergency action shoring buildings to reinforce structures to prevent them from collapsing.
ProLima has carried out more than 160 interventions to prevent the collapse of these houses. But what is really needed is a coordinated effort by different levels of government to solve problems of ownership, land trafficking, overcrowding, slums of more than 100,000 people, and in the near future build social housing that can be purchased by people living in these vulnerable structures.
Lo que nosotros pensamos como Defensoría del Pueblo es que el gobierno.
At the Ombudsman's office, we believe the government should implement concrete measures to improve the living condition of the. If we enter a slum, one may find that there is no running water, no electricity. Perhaps there is family violence. Perhaps there are diseases. So we also have to provide decent living conditions.
Quizás existan enfermedades. Entonces hay que darle una vida digna también a esas personas.
Specialists say it is necessary to make the population aware on heritage issues and to have adequate laws that allow the private sector to invest in real estate projects of social value.
La inacción del Estado no debería ser aceptable.
State inaction should be unacceptable. If the state does not take action, who will? The private sector needs legal backup in order to intervene. We don't have a lifetime to wait for a philanthropist to come and save everything. That does not exist. So it is only up to the state, the municipality, the Ministry of Culture to intervene. People should protest to raise awareness and push these issues into actual policies.
In the face of the current climate crisis in the country, the only thing left to do is to continue joining efforts in favor of the most vulnerable.
Ramiro Angulo Maquiavelo, teleSUR, Lima.